Welcome to the home of the Alabama Crimson Tide. Tuscaloosa, Alabama, Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. Alabama about to kick off to get things started. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So North Carolina's offense takes the field to start this game off. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
Man, it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on, they punch the clock and they're hard workers.
Lopez to pass. Here comes the heat. Myers on the move. He's got it. He's loose. He's at the 20. Touchdown, North Carolina. Once he got a step, it was all over right to the house. They get set for the point afters. We have the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
So Alabama's offense will take the field for the first time. And they are led up front by a powerful offensive line that opens up an array of possibilities, Jesse.
No question it's the identity of this offense. Multiple players up front that are going to play in the National Football League. This unit is going to be up for the Joe Moore Award at the end of the year for the outstanding O-line, David. They are going to try and establish the line of scrimmage with their physicality.
Man, it's a tremendous challenge with this defensive line because you know that. Like, you've got to be aggressive. You've got to be physical. I've got to take away their ability to run the football first. This unit's nasty. They're dirty. I love them.
Second down, he'll throw it. Pocket breaking down. This time on target. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, he was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
Might be calling a hot route. Looking to throw, it's Simpson. Bringing the heat. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
Well, the offense trying to stay aggressive, right? You just came up with a huge play, and right away you go back to another pass, but you got to do a better job protecting your quarterback. Can't give up a sack there.
The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on second down. Back to pass. Gonna let it fly. A big-time catch along the sidelines. Got the foot down, and an excellent throw, too. Big-time playmakers on the outside. Now, look, Alabama's had great receivers. Ozzie Newsome, David Palmer way back in the day. But nowadays, it's sort of part of the DNA for the Crimson Tide.
Man, the run they had for several years was unbelievable with Judy and Ruggs and Cooper and Devontae Smith. Like, we can just keep going on guy after guy after guy.
No more time to throw. Quarterback is sacked at the 35.
And this defense has kind of been up and down on this opening drive, right? That's their second sack, which is good. They need more of those plays, but they've given up a lot of yards. Down here, this part of the field, man, this defense is going to have to find a way to make a few more plays to keep them out of the end zone.
Oh, he dropped it, and what a missed opportunity early in this football game. Let's talk about Alabama. Every team needs those big dudes up front, and, man, they got a mauler from the high school recruiting ranks. Big four-star D lineman, David, going for it all. And good coverage and better hands by the defender to knock it down in the end zone. They'll play it safe and send out the field goal unit. He's going to reach for a long one, a 52-yard attempt. It's no good. He missed it. There's a flag on the field, and I think we're going to get another shot at this, and the kicker will be a little bit closer this time. This could turn out to be a huge penalty. Thought they were going to have to settle for 3, and now the offense back on the field with a chance for more. There's no real good spot on the field for a roughing the kicker penalty, but I'd say putting the offense in the red zone is extra bad. They'll toss it to the left. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
This defense really is on their heels. They've been on the field now for a long time on this drive, and they're just getting pushed around at the point of attack up front like we saw in that last play.
He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. They keep pushing forward, now back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. They'll keep it on the ground to the left, stiffing the goal line. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. Can these guys just score from anywhere out there? After that drive, it sure looks that way.
And that's what separates really good offenses from great offenses. When you're backed up in a bad position and you can still fight your way out and they'll get you a touchdown, that's a great drive by the offense.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Coming out with it, it's Taylor. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
They'll run play action. Caught in the backfield, it's Johnson. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there.
And that's why play action is going to be big in this game. You saw how it just frees the second level of that defense just for a second and allowed the tight end to work himself vertically down the field. But how about this guy after the catch, right? So hard to bring down. What a weapon.
And the Tar Heels get enough for the first down.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Lopez wants to fire. Quick strike complete. And they bring him down quickly, but a good game there.
In college football, you see this a ton now. You use a quick passing game, basically as the running game. Get a few yards, get your offense ahead of the sticks, keeps it on pace for success.
A veritable crimson tide of noise on Saban Field here on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Puts it out of the air. Coming through that 3rd down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43.
It's tough on the defense there. 3rd down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Right back to the well. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Time winding down in the corner as they come to the line. On third down, he drops the throw. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. The Tar Heels will punt this one away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Catch is made at the 15. They'll wrap him up and bring him down, and that's how we'll wrap up the first quarter. Absolutely nothing settled. Deadlocked after one period of play as we have a look at the stats. That first quarter set the standard, and we hope we get a lot more of that here in the second. So after the break, they'll go back to work. The give to the back. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Well, the offense is trying to get physical. They're pulling the backside guard on that play. He completely whiffs, though, and misses his block, and as a result, it's a negative play.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Looking for a man. It's Simpson. Rifles it down the middle. Intercepted for the 11th time this season. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And that's why as quarterbacks you cannot telegraph the pass. You cannot stare down your receivers because these defenders, they're watching it. And that defender knew exactly where the QB was going with that football, and that's why he picked it off.
Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
I think if you're the quarterback moving forward, you need to start thinking about hot routes to your tight ends and to your running backs because of this outside linebacker. He's a guy that has shown the knack to get after the QB. When he comes blitzing, you need to have an outlet throw in your back pocket.
And the Tar Heels trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Safe completion on the screen. And he's wrestled to the ground. Let's take a minute and talk about North Carolina. Really good win on the recruiting trail last week. Got a commitment from a 4-star linebacker.
He's going to help them out a lot because of his speed. He simply has things you can't coach from the linebacker position. So his ability to track the ball sideline to sideline, but also get downhill, he's going to make this defense a whole lot more difficult to move the football against.
And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
All right, this quarterback is going to have to start playing with a clock going off in his head. He knows he cannot hold on to the football too long, but players like that are getting after him.
And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. They'll put it in play from the 36 for the first play of the drive. Now on the option. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. Guys, let's chat about Alabama. A big-name running back, always a great get in the recruiting world. 4-star running back they got last week. Seems as if he'll fit in nicely here.
Oh, he's going to be a great fit. I mean, when you get a great player like that, the whole fan base gets jacked up. You see it all over social media, and it starts to build some momentum in your recruiting class.
They'll break out the Wildcat to try to move the chains. On the direct snap, it's Williams. They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough for the first down, and they might mark that down to use the Wildcat again. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. When they've got him looking run, now to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Williams.
And a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
Looking to pass, it's Simpson. Quickly complete. And he'll go down, but he has enough for the first down. Alabama quickly back to the line.
And the offense showing off the short passing game, moving the sticks. Nice job, and look at them. They're right on the football, ready to capitalize on this momentum.
The clock winds down to 2 minutes, and we will take a pause for the 2-minute timeout. The Tide with the 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Hale. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down.
I'll tell you, man, I love quarterbacks that have arm talent, but that can throw it accurately at the same time, and you saw all of it on that end route.
Quarterback making checks. Looking to fire. Steps away. Unleashes one. And he fired a bullet in, but it's incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
They'll snap it from the gun on 3rd down. Caught over the middle. It's Williams. Working their way closer and closer. A 3rd down conversion, and they've got it at the 26. Wide receiver going in motion. They just keep firing. Under fire. He's going to run it. Got it into the red zone. Down at the 18-yard line.
I think he did a really good job, first of all, keeping his eyes downfield. You can see he wanted to throw the football. But when it's not there, don't force it. Tuck it down, get some positive yards.
To the air, it's Simpson. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting to throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
The Crimson Tide needs to convert on 3rd and short. They'll try to get it through the air. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
On 4th down, looking to pass. Down he goes, and the defense snuffs out this drive with a sack.
That's a tough place to be if you're the quarterback, too. On 4th down, the defense dials up the blitz, and you just feel the pocket constricting around you. It's like a black hole. There's just nothing you can do. It's hard to see receivers downfield. It's hard to step up, and on that play, you're helpless, and you know that you're losing possession. You're coming off the field.
They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. And down goes the quarterback, but there are penalty flags on the field. Let's see what the call is. Just a little too much there, a little too handsy, and they nabbed them for the defensive holding penalty. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. Gets the back moving. Lopez to pass. With the catch, it's Hall. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Well, it comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, not like their QB doing this. So I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
Wants to fire on second down. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. They'll try the run. What a play by this defense, and they stop him short. It'll be fourth down. The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. The Tar Heels will line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Wants to throw on first down. Right down the middle. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
We know this guy's a weapon, not just taking handoffs, but he can catch the ball too. That play, not so much. Got to do a better job reeling it in.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Back to throw, it's Simpson. Fires to the wideout. Complete downfield. The offense will quickly use a timeout. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Oh, he tosses it back. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, what else is new? A spirited environment there in Tuscaloosa. And that defense has to feel like it just played about as close to a perfect first half as it can play. And who am I to argue? I mean, check out that scoreboard. Bone-crushing hits and an airtight secondary. Feels like they have 12, 13 dudes out there against that offense, which needs a real pick-me-up and fast. And with that, let's send it back to the guys in T-Town.
Here comes that Alabama offense. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
Looking downfield on first down. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
And I love playing man coverage on the back end, getting in those receivers' faces. Don't let them feel comfortable and run zone where they can find all these holes in the zone, and my rush can't get home. Pressure them, pressure them, pressure them.
The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on second down. He's going to let it go. He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Tell you what, defensive players don't always see where the ball is. They see the receiver and they get to chase him, but really good job seeing where the receiver is, going and making an interception, making a big play, getting the ball back to your offense.
The North Carolina offense returns to the field. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Really good job by the defense getting to the quarterback and getting him on the ground for no gain. It's tough. Once you get there and get pressure, it's so hard to get these guys on the ground because they're elusive. Really good job wrapping up and getting to the ground.
From the gun, the running back looking for room. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? The Tide crowd rolling noise down onto Saban Field on third down. Lopez wants to fire. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. And the Tar Heels will send out the punt unit. He'll try to really get into this one. Looks it all the way in, and now turns his attention upfield. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. The sledding has been tough. Scores have been at a premium, Jesse, and every possession seems like it could switch the momentum of the game.
Yeah, Reese, for this.
Turning it on. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
All right, well, look, I know the defense was feeling real good about their run D coming into this one and how they've been playing up to this point, but finally, David, the offense breaks through and they finally generate something positive on the ground.
And I can't tell you how easy it is. When you're going to throw the ball consistently, and I know it, I'm going to pin my ears back and I'm going to get to the quarterback. It makes life really easy on the defensive line. But when you can have balance, now the defense doesn't know what's coming. They need more of this if they're going to be successful on offense.
And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. Alabama comes to the line on third and short. A designed run for the quarterback. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit.
And Artie, it's completely changed the game. Like now it's 11-on-11 football. The quarterback used to hand it off and stand there and watch the play. Now he's very much involved in the play. He's running the football so much, and even when he's not, he's making somebody go with him and cover him. So the quarterback scrambling, the quarterback running has completely changed the way people play defense.
Alabama with a 1st and 10 here. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Wants to throw. It's Simpson. Using the quick game. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play.
Now, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times, those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
From the gun. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
And this offense shows right away on first down. They're willing to pass down here. Does this soften them up a little bit for the run here on 2nd down and goal?
Gonna swing it on 2nd down. Catch in the middle, it's Miller. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. They keep nudging it closer, but now it's 3rd and goal from the 1. From the gun, wants to pass. Touchdown, Bama! And that one will put him up here in the 2nd half.
And it's so underrated. relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the red zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Snags it quickly on the left, and this one will be stopped for no gain.
I like the idea on offense. You want to get this guy the football in as many ways as possible. So you throw him the screen quickly to see if he can make somebody miss. It doesn't work there, but that should not be the last time you run that play.
Lopez to pass. Caught. And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35. We'll see if they have enough time to get another snap before the clock hits 0. They'll run it from the gun. Powers through the defender. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the third period. So Alabama takes the lead into the quarter break. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. Might as well give it to him again. We'll give him a couple on that with 2nd and 8 coming up.
How about the job by this defense? They knew what they were getting into. A really good running back. We talked to him this week. It was the main focus point of this offense. Stopping the run game, stopping the run game. Boy, have they showed up and showed out and answered that challenge.
And here's a fumble way behind the line. Recovers the fumble, and he's on the move.
Yeah, this is where you practice 5 points of pressure with the football. You cannot put the ball on the ground. It doesn't matter how many defenders are around you or how hard you get hit. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win games.
Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
If your job is to irritate, to confuse, to hit, to make quarterbacks feel very uncomfortable, this defense is definitely doing their job. 6 sacks, that's the way to make the quarterback feel like he's having a hard day. He's had no response. This offensive line has no response, just a sack party.
They'll crank up this drive from the 30-yard line. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Stuck with a running game on first down. Now here they come again. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And I like changing things up. I like trying new things. Handing it to the tight end, that's something you don't see very often. A little creativity. Now, it was negativity in the end, but I like the creative thought process of trying to get somebody else the football.
The Crimson Tide looking for a big play to convert on 3rd down. The offense changing the play. To throw, it's Simpson. Got it in the middle, it's Williams. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense.
He has been the go-to guy on offense all. And under critical 3rd down here in the 4th quarter, surprise, surprise, guess who they go to? That guy.
Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
in situations like this, offensively, when you got the lead in the fourth quarter, when you got to run the ball, you go back to the runs that you have the most confidence in, that you can execute in your sleep, and they do it right there, ripping off 7 yards.
Got his man on the right. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football.
And that's one the offense just needs to be able to hit, right? That's a completion they should be able to hit in their sleep. Receivers got to do a better job.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Makes the grab. It's Hale. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
The Crimson Tide needs to convert on 3rd and short. Oh, no, the ball popped out. This could change things. And the defense jumps on it. They get that turnover.
And that was the biggest play of the game. They've got the lead offensively. They're trying to run this thing out. He coughs it up. The defense jumps on it. And all of a sudden, this game has a different feel.
They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. Lopez wants to fire. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
Yeah, and you're going to see this offense find different ways to get this running back involved. It's not just going to be on handoffs, and they're certainly going to line them up in different places and even throw them the football. But the screen game's a big part of it, too. They're trying to get them going there.
Pressure coming. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
The defense has been so dominant up front. You've seen it in these passing situations. That now the 7th sack of the game.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Here's the heat. The ball squirts free. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way.
Poor mechanics by the quarterback lead to that fumble. You've got to keep 2 hands on the ball. You know those D linemen are trying to swat away at it, and they were able to force that turnover.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. This time, they need to take care of the ball and maybe extend this lead, David. Breaks into the open. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal. He wants to change this route. Alabama comes to the line with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
And this situation here on 2nd down is the exact situation this offense wanted to stay out of. You got the lead late in the ball game. You want to get positive yards, keep that clock ticking. Now in this situation, it's interesting. Do they want to throw the football? How much do they trust their quarterback not to make a mistake here late in the football game with the lead?
It's 3rd and goal and a long way from the end zone. Back to throw, it's Simpson. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. He splits the uprights. And now the lead is even bigger. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Georgia Tech has the lead right now, but If this team has taught us anything over the years, it's that no lead is safe inside Bobby Dodd Stadium. They're up by 10 over Arkansas. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll start this drive going to the air. A strike downfield. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. Looking to throw on first down. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. Second down, clock's running. Quick snap and a spike to stop the clock.
No gain on the flag. It's third down.
These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. Timeout called by the defense is their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. He hurls one deep down the left side. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection. Here comes that Alabama offense. And now when you have a solid lead like this, Jesse, you find out, can you deliver the knockout punch?
And we're expecting them to come out here and just run the football, bleed the clock, let the big uglies up front get some push, and ball security, David. That's a premium.
Yes, take care of the football. Don't make any dumb mistakes. Be physical. And listen, if they want to load the box, don't be afraid to take a shot.
A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. On the direct snap, it's Williams. They bring him down, but that's why you give them that Wildcat look to create an opportunity for big plays. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. On the direct snap, it's Williams. Oh, and he's going backwards. Defense not fooled at all by the Wildcat. The offense gets the timeout. 12 ticks left on the clock. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Back to pass, it's Simpson. Throws to the wideout. Makes the catch. Timeout is called, and the clock is down to 8.
Timeout, Alabama.
And they don't have to go for a touchdown here with this little time left and with the lead, but they might anyway. Wants to go up top. Lets it fly. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. Second down coming.
Well, I love the coverage on defense. In the red zone, everyone's got their eyes on the quarterback, and they're flying to the football, and you saw that there on the incompletion.
And after this play, the cake will be baked. Second and short, maybe looking for a shot. Touchdown tie. Quick strike through the air for the score. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
And they say play to the final whistle. This offense took it to heart. Scoring late, maybe they could have wasted the clock. They made no doubt about it. This one's over.
Looks like he's going to try to return it. No more room to run. They make the tackle right there, and the clock is at 0, and that's how this one will end. A A strong, methodical, workmanlike effort from this team. No frills, just getting the job done and get the win.
I love when you describe my teams like that. Just consistent, methodical, strong. I don't have to do things special every single week. All I'm supposed to do is get the W, and that's what they did.
And this is why practice is so important, guys. You can tell that this team was locked in way back earlier in the week. They watched the film. They got good looks in practice. They knew what to anticipate. They knew what looks they were going to see. And when those